Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I do budgeting videos, cash stuffing videos, personal finance videos. Today I'm doing my paycheck breakdown. This is my second for the month of March 2026. I've already set up the dates for the paycheck period, and let me go to the last paycheck breakdown. Ignore all these highlights. I put in like actual transactions of what I spent previously, and I was actually over by $7.02. So there's nothing to carry over. Usually if I have a significant amount of money, I'll carry it, roll it over into this paycheck to add to other things. So income is $1863.49. Nothing else to add. I do get my taxes done. Saved up money for that, paid in cash, so all good there. I am getting a refund as well, but I don't think it's gonna come within this paycheck, so I'm not gonna add it to this. When I do get the refund, I'm going to allocate it to various things that needs to go to. So I'll do that at a later time. So nothing else for income. Acorns, I'm going to budget $30, and Robinhood is always getting $67 as long as I have the money for it. I like to prioritize that first, so I'm going to put that first for investing, and then so I go to my bills next. That's the next priority. I did have an Amazon purchase. I'll put that later. Daycare is $369 every 2 weeks for me because Zach and I split it. So I did this week, he'll do next week. Cell phone, I'm not going to give Zach money for that this month. Life insurance, well, actually, so like usually cell phone I like to do it the first of the month, since this bleeds into April. I'm not going to give him April's payment. Life insurance, I think that comes out like the 9th or the 10th of the month. Yeah, I actually didn't put it in my notes, so I guess I'll put that in for the next paycheck, so that's $0. Home, I do like to split it amongst, like, in half, or roughly in half, between the two paychecks that I get for a month. So the beginning of the month I like to put in $400. The second half of the month I put in $450. The last paycheck that that makes sense. The last paycheck was the beginning of March, so I put $400, so I put $450 this time. Hello. Okay. What else? Subscriptions is actually also due, which I didn't put in here, so that's $21.25. Vitamins, don't need to do. I have plenty of that. Chewy, I did want to maybe do $30 per paycheck. I don't know when it's getting delivered again. I have to track that better, but I want to be ahead of it because it's about $90 for the Chewy subscription. Oops. So I just want to kind of set money aside to cover that, so it doesn't come up like a whole $90 that I have to budget for. And then car insurance is coming out. I'm covering both Zach and I. Usually we split it in half, but one, this was Zach's birthday month. Two, we went on vacation. He paid a lot of money, so I want to pay for the car insurance, and I think there was some other reason too, but yeah, I'm gonna cover the full month this month. Okay, and then coming down to envelopes. So this is where things might change. I'll write in what I have for my notes, and then I'll let you know what I changed. So I had budgeted $150 for groceries. Gas 100, my usual. Restaurants and entertainment, nothing. Cats 50, Scarlet 50, just to build those up. Katie spending 100, and I set aside 50 for medical. I don't know if you guys can see what's happening in the background. One of my cats is playing and making a lot of noise, so just so ignore that. So anyway, envelopes. So this is what I had planned. And then I believe, oh wow. Okay, so why do I only, oh, you know what it is? Because I think it's because I didn't have this budgeted at first. Oh, it's still off. So for some reason I had $170 going to vacation. I don't know, I did my math wrong. So $21.25 for subscriptions. Okay. So I planned for that cash to come out. That was 3, 4. So that's $500. $455. Okay, yeah. So the medical I wouldn't take out. That would have came out of my card. And then $100 I was gonna spend towards. I bought a Switch 2. But what had happened was. Alright, so before I get into that, so I have $109. I don't know why I thought I had $170. But anyway, I was going to take my remaining balance, so I'll take $100 and put it towards vacation to put on my credit card and make for another payment. So I have $9.13 left over. So what had happened was, after I did this little plan, I had intended to go to the bank. I didn't get to go to the bank. I wanted to get the money before I did this video. I also wanted to film this video last weekend. And I also wanted to buy a Switch. So I had saved $600 for my taxes. Then I only ended up spending $400. Oops. So I had $200 left over. I was going to use that to put towards a Switch, along with 2 prepaid gift cards I had, and I think I'll just pay the rest. So a Switch was, we estimated it be $450 plus taxes was $500. I would have put $150 on gift cards, and I would have paid with my $200. So I would have paid out of pocket $150. And then that would have came out of this 100 here, and I probably could have taken it out of $50 from vacation and only ended up paying $50. So I was gonna kind of just like see where the month took me and see if I had any leftover money to make up for that $150 difference for the Switch. So I would have paid like out of pocket. And this was tax leftover, whatever, leftover that I had from taxes, so I was going to be able to use that. We ended up, so I went and did my taxes. That was Saturday. Sunday we ended up going out. We stopped somewhere before we went to the Switch. I forget what happened, but I had spent like $20 or $50, so I didn't have, $40 or $50, so I didn't have, so I had like $150 left in my wallet to put, so instead of 200 it would have been 150, so I would have spent 200 out of pocket. So something happened where, oh, I also got, it must have been more than $500. It came out to like $600. So I did the 2 gift cards for 150. I didn't end up putting cash, and I ended up spending, I gotta check the actual dollar. It was like $412, I think. So hold on, let me just check it. So out of pocket, it was $412.05. So it couldn't have quite been 500. It was like 585 maybe. No, wait, that doesn't make sense. It was like 610. No, why can't I make this work? Oh, okay, so it was more like 550. Okay, it was like 562 and some change, or 561 and some change. I put the 150 on gift cards. Then the total came to 412. I didn't have 412 on me. I only had like 150. So I put that on my card. And then I also bought a game. These games are now $60 and $70 each. So that's a total of $486.43 that I have to find somewhere. So I'm guessing 02 vacation. Oh wait, no, before I do that, leave vacation there. So what I did was I was like, okay, well, I spent a lot of money. I'm not going to go to the bank and pull out more money. So Zach went grocery shopping this week. I didn't have to do money for that. I do have $100 in gas money in my wallet already, so I don't think I need to do that. I'll leave the 100 there because that goes towards that. And then, so cats, obviously, I had enough, like they have enough food that I don't need to buy anything this week, so I don't need to replenish that. And same with Scarlett. She also has plenty of money and doesn't really need anything right now, so I don't need to put money into that. So if I just put the $486.43 there, I then have $122 left over. Oh shoot, I actually have $27 over budget. Let me see. Okay, so I would just take that out of vacation. So this is going to be like a $70 payment. Yeah, a $70 vacation payment. Okay. So yeah, got a little derailed, got all excited. I was like, ooh, I have money left over for my taxes. I really want to switch. And then, I was also going to trade in another, like my old Switch, but it's a collector's item. And then somebody at the store that we were at was like, oh, I also have that, like I will never get rid of it. And like it just like struck me, and I was like, wait, I don't want to get rid of it. So I didn't end up trading that in, which that would have been like another 160 off or something like that. So yeah. But that works out. Okay. So I didn't do any cash envelopes this week, so I'm not going to do a cash stuffing. I'm sorry. And I splurged majorly and got myself a Switch. So yeah, and then I won't be paying off as much on my credit card, which is not great, but you know, I will be better next month. Yeah, so that is my plan for my budget breakdown. I have enough cash in my wallet to last me for 2 weeks, and with Zach paying for groceries this week, I should be good. Next week, I'll figure it out. Yeah, so it's going to be like quick and easy today. No cash stuffing, unfortunately, but I just wanted to give you guys that little update on where I am with things and how I kind of messed myself up this month. But yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm getting a refund for my taxes, so I will get myself back on track once that money comes in, but I'll let you know how I'm going to allocate all that, so I can probably make up for this almost $500 splurge that I did. So yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys are doing well, and hope you're not going off the rails shopping, splurging on things like I am, but I hope you are doing well this month and having some good financial wins. But anyway, that's going to be all for today. I don't know when I'll be back because, as you see, I spent a lot, so I don't have any left over to do any cash stuffings this week or next week. So yeah, I might just be back for my next paycheck breakdown. Actually, because this goes into April, I'll be back for a budget closeout and to set up April. So until then, I'll see you guys later. All right, bye.